Okay. What up, world? It's your man G Williams, and it's all right because I ain't rap too tight. But it's 2015, and I'm gonna say something. I gotta say something.
Hey, what up, world? It's your boy G Lewis, and I just want to let you know in 2015, I still say what I say because I'm still my father's son.
How fast did that go, right?
Yeah.
We in another year. And so we're going to bring the Book of G to you in a new way, upgraded just a little bit. Book of G 2.0.
That's right.
Yeah.
Keep sending those emails and those comments. We really appreciate everybody's feedback. We're trying to catch up with everybody so that we can get you some information back. But keep logging in, keep tuning in, and keep sharing us. That's the most important thing to get this to more people.
That's right. And ladies, I know you've been asking for it, so pretty soon I'm gonna do the chest out baby oil show. So just stay tuned for that. We got that's coming up, okay? Swole status.
Mr. Eye Candy.
All right, we got a new section of the show where we will never start off another show without saying thank you to the people who make it possible for us to do this. Thank you. Fan appreciation. I want to send a special shout out. Number one to that boy, Sean Sockwell. Thank you, man. I really appreciate all the love that you've shown us from day one. And you have continually pumped us, shared us, given us feedback. And, man, that's love. And it's appreciated on a level that I can't even express to you. So thank you, man. I appreciate you. Also, to the lady, Kiana Claiborne.
Yeah,
thank you, girl. You've been riding with us again from day one. Appreciate you so much for all the feedback, all the love, all the shares, and just we gonna bring it to you. We're gonna keep it coming. We're gonna get it better. Thank you.
Fan appreciation. I just got to throw a shout out to a couple of people who I say I really appreciate you. Number one, Gary Weaver, Lil Bruh. Appreciate your feedback. Appreciate you having our back. Appreciate you continuously tuning in. Even sometimes when your wife wanted to choke you when we went through the domestic violence segment, you still had our back. I appreciate you. And last but not least, Lady G, as she is called, or Gina Gary. I appreciate you having our back too, and all the amazing feedback that you've been given. It's really helped us kind of tweak things here and there, and especially with the topics. We really appreciate you. Keep riding with us.
Absolutely. Thank you. Another portion of the show that we want to bring to you is our financial minute, where we come at you and just give you some clues and tips about things that you can do to make your 2015 a little bit better. So the first financial tip for this year is how to buy a new car in 2015, okay? How to buy a new car in 2015. Don't. Do not. So if you're going to buy a new car in 2015, if you have to buy a new car, then rule of thumb here. Again, it's going to challenge your thinking. I want you to don't buy a car that costs more than what you make in 1 month, okay? Plain and simple. So if you make $1,500 in a month, that's your new car. If you make $2,020, whatever you make in a month, that is the price of your new car. Okay? Again, it's moving into ownership. You got to stop financing these things and letting them own you. Let's start to shift our mind into thinking ownership. Okay? Meaning, it's a paradigm shift. It's not going to sit comfortable with a lot of you guys, but nevertheless, it's got to be said, so I got to say it. All right? Example. Let's say you want to go get that new thing off the lot, and it's about $15,000. Okay? So you put that $15,000 down, and you ain't got such good credit. Now you got to finance that bad boy. Well, if you ain't got good credit, guess what? You pay between 18 and 25% interest to get that thing. So let me break it down to you in dollars. So if that thing costs you 15 grand, and if you finance it at 18%, guess what? You just paid 6 grand on top of that. So 15 cost you 21. If you at that 25% interest rate, that 15 just cost you 23 grand. So I don't know about you, but 6 grand, 8 grand savings, if you like to continue to do that, you a new fool. You a new fool in 2015. So that's my financial minute, is ownership. Pay cash. Cash is king.
So, for current news, the show Sorority Sisters, you heard of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, crazy show. So, the latest of sponsors to pull out, I want to give kudos to y'all. Victoria's Secret, Sports Authority, McDonald's, and now the NBA has just pulled out and said, we will not support you while this show is on the air. The mainstream media has chosen to make their money off the exploitation of black women, showing them finger wagging, yelling, neck popping, and going at each other instead of supporting each other. So in the modern day times where you have women that say, you know what I'm saying, I'm not willing to be treated disrespectfully, or I'm not willing to be viewed disrespectfully, but are willing to go on TV and sell your souls for a check, I just want to ask you, how much are you really worth? For the people who are standing up, not supporting this madness, big ups to you, big shout to you, and I hope the real sorority sisters is standing up, cutting off these sorority sisters. Holla.
All right, so with the preliminaries out of the way, let's go ahead and get to the meat of this subject today. And while we're here to talk to you, we're going to entitle this one Relationship Chronicles Part 1.
Dun, dun, dun.
Where, you know, we want to get into some things in 2015, too, about, hey, love, life, and life together and all that good stuff. I think we got something to say about it, so we're going to say something.
That's real.
So, parlay into our first point of topic here, our first question. All right?
What defines a successful mate?
What defines a successful mate? All right?
What do you mean by that, or what do we mean by that? Break that down.
Right. What I mean by a successful mate is basically that person that you're going to spend your time with, your quote-unquote soulmate. That person that's for you, that's compatible with you. What does that person look like? Okay? And, you know, what are the characteristics or the traits that make up that person? For everybody, it's different. But, you know, I think we run into a little hiccup sometime between men and women when we're trying to define exactly what that is. You know? So when we talk about the successful mate, what is your criteria of that?
Well, you know, I got an overall criteria, then I got the criteria that works for me. But for me, an overall criteria, I would say a mate whose plan agrees with your own, first and foremost. If I want to be rich and you don't care about having money, we probably gonna have some issues moving forward. If I believe in working hard and you don't believe in working at all, we probably gonna have some problems moving forward. So the plans gotta match, or you gotta at least be willing to compromise when it comes to plans. That's one. Two, someone who respects your needs. The big problem I see in relationships is people don't understand the difference between needs and wants. If I tell you I need affection, if I tell you I need attention, if I tell you I need a conversation, then that means that I can't do without it. Which means if you don't give it to me, how are you justified in being mad when I go get it somewhere else? So you have to respect that person's needs. I just want to throw that out there. And then someone who loves you more than they love themselves. To me, that's crucial. Because if that's in the equation, 9 times out of 10, a person will avoid certain decisions that their character might tell them to make or their instincts might tell them to make in order to make things work with you.
Right.
So those are my 3 things. That's what on top. But for you, how does it work?
Hey, man, and I'm going to answer this question like this because I got to go this way. I thank you for saying what you just said because you know what? You dove into the depth of what too many people don't do, okay? And I say that because, and I'm talking to you women, so get mad if you want to.
It's 2015.
But it's 2015. Gotta let go, let God. But anyways, you ask a lot of ladies that question, and they're going to say, well, you know, he's got to be college educated, and he's got to treat me nice, and you know he's got to have something going for himself, and they give you a whole bunch of traits and little characteristics. But I think that's where it's been running wrong for so long because people got these ideas of what they want, but then that is just that. It's an idea. It's not a tested, true, proven system in order to prove valid to be with the person you're supposed to be with. Like what everything that you gave was rock hard, concrete stuff that I need.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you didn't do no superficial stuff such as, you know, college education, 100,000 years and stuff like that. And I see too many sisters out here, women in general, giving those bullcrap excuses of what they need and upset and unhappy in the relationship they're in because you got with somebody who fit those criterias, but he never fit anything that you needed.
Yeah, I mean, well, we do it too, brothers. I mean, I can remember the years where I trusted every big button to smile. So, I mean, I had my physical thing that I was, you know what I'm saying? I know there was a time where the things I wanted were strictly physical, but I had to go through my aha moment to realize there was some deeper stuff that I was looking for.
Absolutely.
So, you know, it's just sometimes it's just going to that aha moment, and that comes with being real with yourself.
That's right. And it's 2015, so we trying to get you to that aha moment a little bit sooner because time is wasted.
Yeah, if you done broke up with 7 college-educated men in 2014, that's probably not the criteria you need to have a successful relationship.
Exactly.
And vice versa for men with women.
Exactly. You know. And so with that, I'm going to leave that one right there. But we're going to talk about that. Send in your comments about that. Because it ain't over. It ain't over.
Saga continues.
Right. So now, are traditional roles changing? And when I say that, I'm talking about gender roles.
Gender roles.
Right. Are gender roles changing? And is that affecting the relationships that we're having today?
What do you think? Like, do you think they're changing?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. You know, I think gender roles are changing where, again, women are you know, not only bringing home the bacon, but they frying it too. You know,
I like bacon.
I love bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you got a butcher shop. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
And a farm, so they can raise it, cut it, bring it home, and fry it.
I can barbecue.
So with that said, you know, it's not the traditional, you know, man provider and woman homemaker, and so I think in this new renaissance of that, it's causing huge problems because we don't know where we fit in together, you know, with each other. And so, and also it's given, you know, I'm picking on the women again, is giving them a new power I think that they don't yet understand. And so they don't understand how to use it. So they're being independent as they want to be, but being selective, needy, you know, if that makes any sense. So, and I'm not a wordsmith, so forget y'all. I got an open public school education. But what I'm trying to, the point I'm trying to get at is, you know, when purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. And so now that you found this new power, but you don't know how to use it, you're creating a lot of messed up situations.
Say that line again with the purpose.
I said, when purpose is unknown, abuse is inevitable.
Atlantis, my brother.
Deep.
Do I think traditional roles are changing? No. I don't think they're changing. I think people are creating new roles that fit them. Do I think that those are affecting relationships? No. And I'll tell you why. Because you got a choice. Okay. If a woman come home and say, I got bacon, I fry bacon, and I don't need no bacon from you, then I have the choice to go look for somebody without no bacon.
Well, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody's vegetarian, man. I got those options. I can choose to do that. Now, if I choose to engage with somebody, that is the gender role that they're bringing to the table, especially the I don't need no man generation, or the, you know what I'm saying, I can do without a woman generation. If that's really what you believe, then good luck to you. I choose not to have that in my life, you know, and so I feel like it's better if, you know, if we use traditional roles. I'm an old school type cat. I think traditional roles do work, but I do think they do need some polishing and some change, because the way gender roles used to work was, you know what I'm saying, I'm the man and that's it. And of course, nothing can work like that. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you have, you know, what is it? You said something deep. I'm going to try to say something deep. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? But we ain't a team if we only got one voice.
Well,
so we got to have more than one voice, you know, on the table. So, you know what I'm saying? When you got two people working together and people that are capable of slipping into multiple roles. I think that's when a relationship works the best. When I'm sick and can't pay the bills, you need to be able to. Don't be like, he did everything. That makes things messed up. Right. And then if you sick and the kids is at home, I can't be sitting there panicking like, Mama, you need to come over because she's sick. I don't know what to do. Right. Come on now. We need to be able to slip into each other's roles. And the purpose of being in a relationship is to learn from each other so that we can do that and fill in, but I still recognize you as being the person that may handle the kids better, or that might cook better, or that might bring home more money. Right. And respect that. So I think as long as you got respect, then gender roles don't matter. That's just my thing.
Church, preach,
holla,
tabernacle.
All right.
All right.
It's your boy G Lewis, and I just want to let you know that my tea bag ain't wrapped too tight, but I'm going to sip something. I'm going to sip something.
Oh, God. I can't even follow that one. Oh, shoot. Oh, gosh. Hilarious. Oh, no. Mm-hmm. I can't even follow that.
You ready? Final thought? Who you want? You want to go first or me?
Oh, God. Final thought. All right. At least in our generation, you old enough to know better now. Okay? So if you know better, then you got to do better. And every year we make these resolutions in order to do something different. Well, now is your time to put up or shut up. Especially, we talked about some finances things. Detoxing. Getting it right. Do something different. The definition of insanity is to do the same thing that you've always done and expect a different result. Atlantis. So if you decide that you want something different this year, then you're going to have to make some changes, plain and simple. And start thinking ownership in everything you do, in everything that you have, including your relationship. Take ownership in that. Take ownership in defining who you are first, so that way you can attract that person that you want this year. Or you can become a better person for that one you already have. With that, I'm out.
Final thought. Change is always good, right? Change is good. But respect is great. When you put respect and change together, you end up with a really great product. From changing the way you think about your finances to changing the TV shows you watch. You know what I'm saying? Because you respect yourself. Changing the way you buy a car because you respect yourself and the way you view yourself. To changing the way you approach a relationship. It's okay to be the woman and bring home the bacon and fry it in the pan. Make sure that you got a man that can respect that. And it's okay to be a man and come in a house and want to be the traditional old school man of the house. Just make sure you got a woman that respects that. Because if y'all respect that and y'all embrace change, y'all gonna want to live together, grow together, and most importantly, stay together. Final thought?
Atlantis.
Peace out, y'all.